Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mom and Dad Cuss a Little show. Been on hiatus, but we're finally back and ready to share our thoughts on parenting, adulting, and being a kooky family. Keep in mind, our content is not G-rated, and we love to laugh at all the oddities we face with our 4 boys. Sit back, relax. Who am I kidding? We don't relax around here.
Hello, and welcome to the Mom and Dad Cuss a Little show. I'm Adam.
Hi, Adam. I'm ReAnna.
Hi, ReAnna.
I almost forgot to say who I was.
Yeah, you're you.
I'm me.
And this is the show where we take kind of a realistic, no BS look at parenting and marriage and all of the fun that goes along with it.
Wow, why'd you say fun like that? All of the fun.
Because sometimes the fun comes with air quotes.
It's true.
Like, the fun I've had cleaning up bath crayons out of the carpet.
They're bath crayons. They're washable. Just put some water in it and whatever. It's fine.
Okay. You can clean up the bath crayons next time.
You threw them away, so problem solved.
Yes. So, he said, we are back. It's been 2 weeks.
Outer space.
Outer space would have been a lot less stressful than the last 2 weeks.
With 4 boys? I don't know about that.
Moving with 4 boys?
Sucks. Sucks so bad. Oh my god.
But we're finally done.
We're done.
It's taken 2 weeks, but we're done.
It's taken more than 2 weeks.
Yeah. The actual, got the keys to now is 2 weeks and we're done.
Yeah.
No, that's not been fun.
No.
That's not even been air quotes fun.
No. But it's over.
We're here in the new house.
From our new headquarters.
Which is right around the corner from what used to be our old headquarters.
It's true.
Okay, not the show headquarters, but we used to live in this neighborhood. And
back when I was a kid. Just kidding.
Yeah. Now, back when you were a kid, the old neighborhood was about 1,100 miles that way.
In a general that way direction.
But we're not here to talk about moving tonight.
No.
That's another show.
Potentially.
What are we here to talk about tonight?
Oh.
As she fidgets with a binder clip in her eye.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
So I'm doing weird shit to keep myself awake. So I guess we can converse on a kind of interesting topic. I don't know how to approach an issue that we're having.
Yeah.
Not we as in me and you. Well, I mean, yeah, but it's not an us issue.
It's not a specifically us issue. Usually we're taking us issues that are us issues and applying them to the general parenting scheme, but yeah. This is actually a possible, this is a real issue.
Yeah. And it's totally a teachable moment. So Charlie has been kind of offensive lately. I have major issues with people who body shame or, oh my god, look at that person.
Yeah. Just
any sort of comments in that sort of area.
Yeah. Because
I am not, socially acceptable as average or as whatever. I'm not your typical person. I'm a very large person. I'm aware of it. I don't really care.
You're not going to be on the cover of Health and Fitness anytime soon.
No. Dear God, no.
You're not a Jillian Michaels fan.
No. She's cute, but no. So, yeah. And, I know that I'm not a small person. I know how much space I take up on the couch. But I guess the issue is that he called it out the other day.
Yeah.
He straight up to my face told me I was fat.
And laughed about it.
And then laughed about it.
And he didn't understand that was wrong.
Or very mean and hurtful.
Yeah. And herein lies our problem.
Yeah. So it's like, it's an interesting thing because, yes, I want him to know that, yes, I am fat. Yup. Sure am. But that's not nice. Like,
it's not nice to just sit there and basically tease you about it.
Well, and I mean, he wasn't, I don't know if he was teasing me, but he said it in a very mean way.
Yeah.
And then now I have actually, excuse me, like a week or so ago, well, sometime last week, I guess, I purchased a Fitbit. And I'm kind of in love with it, except for the fact that it gets kind of snarky.
And I guess anybody out there who's got a Fitbit would know. I have to go by your experience because I was like, I guess when it comes to, I mean, it's basic. I mean, it's a fitness tracker, but it's basically a really, really, really smart pedometer.
Essentially,
it's
yeah,
really smart. It's a pedometer connected to your smartphone, basically.
Essentially, yeah. And I have the newer model. This model just came out last month, so it tracks a couple things more than the others, or it's a little bit fancier version. Because I would like to lose weight. It's not, oh my God, I need to lose like 5,000 pounds right now.
And I know it's been tough with 4 boys.
Exactly.
And I unfortunately have to at least I have to take half of the blame statistically or proportionately, strictly on the basis of, it takes 2 to tango. And it seemed like any time you started making headway in losing weight, you got pregnant again.
That's all your fault.
That's not all my fault.
It's entirely your fault.
You were there too.
Oh boy. But yeah, I mean, 4 boys in the span of 6 years.
Yeah.
That's not easy on anybody's body. And that, coupled with a full-time job and just general life stress.
Yeah.
And typically unhealthy eating habits have contributed to major weight gain for me. And so, yeah, I am trying, but it's not, like I said, I'm not like, oh my God, I have to get into a summer body right now. Like,
yeah, you got 4 weeks until vacation. Let's go. Bikini, let's go. No. Hell, even when I was quote unquote skinny, I didn't wear a bikini. When you were substantially smaller than you are now, you didn't bikini.
No. Tankini, maybe. If they were really cute and had like ruffles.
I don't know, they've got those torrid bikinis and
yeah, no.
Lane Bryant. I don't know.
Those come up to like your belly button. And considering that I'm short, my belly button sits a lot higher than most people. So on me, it would come up to like my neck. Yeah.
So, everything you have, they don't make clothes for short people.
No.
Well, they don't make clothes for short girls. They make clothes for short guys because guys' clothes is purchased in direct, like in 2 sizes, in directions, in waist and length, and women are just a number, and they assume they'll have the same legs.
No, I mean, like Old Navy. I used to buy all of my jeans at Old Navy, and I knew my size, I knew my style. I could walk in, go up to their wall of jeans, and I was out in like 10 minutes because they had, long, short, regular, whatever. I would go in and buy mine in short, but even the short were too long.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've had to roll up and trim and help pin and help you alter your short jeans.
I know.
So, and then it's long, medium, short. Whereas I can go in and, I have a 28-inch waist, or I have a 29-inch, I have a 30-inch waist, whatever. And, I've put on 3 or 4 pounds, I need another inch. I can just get that 1 more inch up. Or, your kid is just getting a little bit taller or whatever, or your grandpa is getting a little bit shorter and he can just shave off a couple inches from his pant size rather than, I'm a size 9. I'm a size 10 and it's completely different proportions.
Yeah. Well, and I think the hardest thing that I found is that the bigger sizes, like for bigger girls, don't necessarily come in short.
No. Because they assume everyone's got the same proportion.
They just assume that because I have the weight, I've also got the height. No, I've just got the weight.
Yeah, they assume if you have a 60-inch waist that you're 12 feet tall.
Yeah, no. But, so, like...
I'm just randomly throwing numbers out there, by the way, so I have no clue.
Weird-looking person.
I know. These are in no way relative to our proportions or your proportions or anybody. It's just randomly throwing numbers so nobody gets offended or tries to calculate anything. I have no clue. I don't want to know your numbers because, I don't know.
I don't want to know my numbers either, so we're even there. But no, so going back to, like, Charlie, he threw out that I was fat, and I was like, well, screw you. You're adopted. No one likes you.
Don't say that on the show.
And then, like, I have my Fitbit, and today it got snarky with me and was like, oh, you need to get up and take steps. And I'm like, oh, fuck you. So I got up and I started walking back and forth, and I don't really know if it's humorous or not, but it made the boys giggle. And to me, that was just like, hey, when somebody's trying to do something good for themselves or, doing something that makes them feel good about doing it, don't laugh at them.
Yeah, that's kind of it. I wasn't there when that happened, but I was there when he called you fat.
Yeah.
And I just remember how angry it made me.
Yeah.
You were angry, but you were like crying angry because...
I wasn't... No, I mean, I left the room just because I was like, well,
yeah,
I don't
you didn't run away crying. It was more like you left angry. Like, angry to the point of tears. Angry, like, I feel like... Everybody, you know what that feeling is. Like, you weren't crying because of what he said. You were crying because you were pissed.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I was like, I wanted to choke him. And that's, because it's one of those where you get just, and it wasn't even like not that I'm choking my kids, but it's just one of those, I can't believe you said that. If you were anybody other than my kid, I would want to hit you. I would really want to punch you in the face if anybody other than my son said this. And I think it was I had to stop. And cause I've always kind of gone with I don't want to punish or anything to the children if I'm angry.
Yeah.
Because I guess I know what my temper is like. So I know that if I were to angrily try and discipline the children, I see the potential to go too far. And so I have to stop and collect myself first and then go and basically almost shame him into realizing what he's done.
Yeah. Well, and he did come back and apologize, and I don't know how sincere it was or whatever, how practiced. But, that's I want to teach that sort of tolerance for everybody, for everything, and not just body shape, but political views. Like, you and I are polar opposites on political views. You're a Republican, and I say that with as much malice in my heart as I can possibly muster.
You say this like I'm a Trump supporter or something. Which I get so much crap at work for that. Everybody assumes that because I'm white, which I'm not, that...
Okay.
that I'm a Trump supporter. I'm like, no, we worked with one of those. I'm nothing like that fucking guy. but I was like, that I'm some extremist. I am not a Republican. My dad is Republican. I come from my dad's
You have
family.
very Republican
I have
mindset.
I do not.
Yo, yes you do.
I do not. I'm
We could sit here and I do not, yes you do, all night.
Yeah, I know.
Because yes you do.
Because that's all we're gonna. Yes, I do. No, you don't. Yes, you do. Yes, you don't. But my views on things lean more conservative than yours. We both, realistically, we're both incredibly moderate.
Yeah.
We are. I guess you could say I'm more conservative leaning in my moderacy than you are.
Yeah.
You are much more liberal leaning in your
Yeah. I'm not like super like vegan liberal, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those liberals.
You're not one of those give me, one of the, like, nowadays the so liberal you're a communist, which a lot of people are they're going to that extreme in some cases.
Yeah. I'm not that liberal, but I am more liberal than you.
I want the government to pay all of my bills, and I don't want to have to go to work, and I want free healthcare and free school and free everything. I don't want to work for it. I just want it. I mean,
I'm down with that, but...
Yeah, I totally accept it, but you know what? I'm not out there preaching for it.
Yeah, it's not realistic.
Like, I understand the economics of a $15 minimum wage is a bad thing.
But I want the boys to have...
to be able to have the discussion.
Moral compass where, they're not douchey about it.
You're not going to the political rally to pick a fight with the guys there.
Yeah. And, also, and this is a big one that's in politics, that whole crap about the bathrooms now and everybody having, access to everybody else's bathroom. And, oh my God.
The trans bathroom issue.
Yeah, and...
Which sounds like something on an international flight.
I know, right? It's a trans bathroom.
It's a trans bathroom issue.
I have friends who are LGBT. I have an amazing friend who's a drag queen. And, I've got friends that are trans. I've got friends that are everything. Yeah. I have friends that are not. And very, very conservative. And... I don't know, it just, to me, it doesn't seem like a huge deal.
Yeah.
Like, these are just people. They're all people. We're all people. They're not, that's not my gay friend. That's not my drag queen friend.
Are you the gay?
Are you the gay? No.
I go back to the Margaret Cho thing. Like, I don't know, Mom. I have to be the gay.
But, these are all, they're just my friends.
Yeah. It's just John. It's just Steve. It's just my friend who happens to be gay. And it's not, it's like, this is my gay friend. This is my black friend. This is my Asian friend. Like, you've got one. I've got one of each. It's like a deck of cards.
This is how I'm diverse. I've got an Asian friend. I've got a black friend. And so, see, I'm good. No.
It's like that, no offense, but...
Yeah.
No I'm not racist, but... Same deal. I'm not racist. I've got a black friend. I've got a black friend. I've been flat, like, professionally accused of being racist before.
Yeah.
And I had to stop one day, and I realized that I had 0 white friends.
Really?
I had 0 white friends, and I'm sitting there going through like a list of all the people that I really considered friends, and somebody had to remind me that my wife was white.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You got there. Okay.
I got there. Okay. This was way back in Texas, but like, and all the friends I had there, and it was basically a handful of guys I worked with. Like 75% of my friends were black. All kind of had somewhat gang affiliation somewhere. Yeah. All relatively dangerous people. Or, Hispanic, we had friends that were straight up African.
Yeah.
Straight up African people.
Yeah.
That could be deported tomorrow if they screwed up. But that was always the running gag because the parents were from Africa.
Yeah.
The older brothers were technically Canadian citizens, and their youngest brother was born in Texas and was an American citizen. But other than him, none of them were actually American citizens.
Oh, no.
And so the running gag was always like, if they tried to deport you, they wouldn't know where to send you all.
Send some of you over here, and I guess you live over here. And
We'll leave the baby with the neighbors. But I look back on it, I realized that we were friends with them since their youngest brother was in diapers. He's a year younger than Mikey. Yeah. And now, he's about to graduate high school. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I've known them that long.
Yeah.
I found a picture of them when I was going through stuff moving. I was like, oh my God, that was when they were at our house for Halloween.
Yeah.
I was like...
Well, and where I grew up, in my small town, I was part of the minority. Yeah.
I wouldn't think... Well, are you talking in Sinton or Hondo? Or, okay.
Sinton. I was part of the minority.
I guess, and in South Texas, they consider white is considered a minority. Mm-hmm. And I remember that it was a huge ordeal when it was the superintendent of Corpus Christi ISD who it was like when if you remember the big scandal when they found out the superintendent was basically embezzling funds from the district. He was like going out and spending thousands of dollars on strip clubs and things like this, and cars using district using like district credit cards and things like this, but thousands and thousands of dollars. He got fired and he got away with no jail time. He just basically got fired. Still received his full pension,
severance pay,
full severance, full pension, everything. Didn't lose any benefits. Old Hispanic guy. In the meantime, and so they, okay, hire a new person. A woman from, I think it was from elsewhere in the South, or like Louisiana, Alabama, somewhere.
Okay.
Older white lady came in and said, I was like, more qualified, on paper, more qualified than any other applicant. Far more qualified than the previous superintendent. Mm-hmm. Said, I want half what he was making. Because he was embezzling money. He was overpaid for what he was doing. Like, I want half of what he had. This money belongs in the district going into the schools. And then this other guy came along, Hispanic guy, not as qualified as her. He got the job. And he got more money than the embezzler. I'm like, really? Are you kidding me? You're going to be that obviously racist because you can't have a white woman. You have to have a Mexican guy running your school district.
Yeah, for sure, I'm sure.
And a lot of it. Another, like, a neighboring town in, I think it was Aransas Pass or somewhere out there. The superintendent retired or something like that. And so the assistant superintendent, I guess was the official title, stepped in the interim while they were hiring the new one. Yeah. And he was a white guy. And they said it was the first minority superintendent they'd had in 50 years. Yeah. Like, this is the minority?
This is the minority.
White is the minority in South Texas.
It is.
And it's not even to be like all white pride. It's just one of those, they're making a big deal about it.
Yeah. Well, and like that's kind of where I come from. Is like, I don't think that I have this white privilege, whatever. I don't feel that way. I don't see it personally. Maybe it's there. I'm naive. I don't know. I've lived under a rock. But
see, if I say that, you get all mad. Because if I say you're sheltered, you get mad.
I'm not sheltered.
You're in a house, you're sheltered.
Oh, dear
There's
God.
a shelter over your head.
Shut up. No one likes you. You're adopted.
I'm glad Mom doesn't listen to this sometimes, because I'd get phone calls every week from the shit you say.
What? Tell everybody they're adopted.
I know. You tell the dogs, but the dog is adopted.
The dog is adopted. But I want the boys to grow up with a good moral compass and knowing that it's okay to be who you are, whatever you want to be.
However you want to be.
However you want to be. Everything is Burger King. Have it your way.
Wow. I wasn't expecting that. The world is Burger King. Have it
the
your
world
way.
is Burger King. So, I don't know. For him to sit there and call me fat, which, yes, I am, but society has deemed that word synonymous with
unhealthy and uncouth and unacceptable.
Unacceptable, yes.
Fat is unacceptable.
It is synonymous with that, yes. Whereas when I say it about myself, I'm just stating a fact. Yeah. I'm not, degrading myself like society wants me to. I'm just stating a fact. Just like I am a woman, I am short, I am a mother. Yeah. I have a job. These are all facts. Another fact is that I'm fat. It's not an F word,
It's technically an F word.
Shut up.
It's literally an F word.
Oh my God, I'll throw something at you.
It's not a 4-letter word. Proper terminology. It's not a 4-letter word.
Proper terminology. Shut up.
gonna call me adopted again. You were gonna say it. You were gonna say it. You turned away. Out. Yeah.
Anyway, so I don't know. Need to find a way to teach tolerance.
Yeah, and it's a tough thing to. I guess we grew up in such varied experiences.
Yeah,
and I think it's probably just a case of because we're so antisocial. We don't have friends, we don't do a lot of socializing, we don't go out and expose them to so many different things and teach them these experiences. But at the same time, we have so much diversity in the family.
Yeah.
That I don't see it as being a problem. I mean, I've got my oldest sister identifies herself as a lesbian. She's been married twice to men. She's got 2 kids, naturally. She is currently married to a very intimidating guy. Who
he is not.
Okay, he walks up on you, you're going to be scared as shit if you don't know him. He is an intimidating person. He is a giant teddy bear. But he's an intimidating looking teddy bear.
I suppose.
If you don't know him, he's a scary looking dude. And then you find out he's the biggest cheeseball nerd in the world.
Kind of.
But, they're into S&M and fetish stuff, and she identifies as a lesbian, and they've openly stated that if she could ever find a girl who made her as happy as he does, then he's out the door, and he's aware of it. This is, they've got married under this understanding, and they've been together for a long time now.
Yeah.
They've only been married for a few years, but they've been together for a long time.
Well, and then on the other end of the spectrum, you also have a sister and a brother, I guess, who are very much the church-going, decorating the house with crosses and prayer before dinner and all this sort
of... Very, Bible-thumping, church-going...
Well, not Bible-thumping, but... They are
good Christians.
Good Christians.
Mm-hmm. Card-carrying or cross-carrying good Christians.
Yes.
Not after carrying crosses, but it makes a very good reference.
But, so we do have kind of this broad spectrum just in the family. And then you've got my side of the family, which brings in that whole backwoods kind of country redneck feel. Which
surprises me that you're not more conservative, considering that
that's how I was raised.
Considering that you came from a very, your dad is very old school, I'd say.
Very Republican, yes.
Very Republican. Very old school Southern style, using old terminology.
And my dad's a little racist. I'm cool calling him out.
I'm not going to call him out.
I will. Dad's a little racist.
I can't say that without getting shot.
Yeah, there you go.
It's like if he actually realized that I'm half Mexican, I might be in trouble.
Oh man! But
how many black brothers do I have now that I look back on it?
I don't know.
Because there's our African friends, we've always, they've got their parents, but they've always been so close with us. Morgan and I have always treated them like they're our brothers, and we've always treated them that way. Because they've been family friends and so close to us, and we've been, for so long. And then, Uncle Nate, who, he's got his mom, and he's got like 10 brothers and sisters back.
Is he really?
I think he's like one of 12.
Damn.
Yeah, he's like one of 12, something like that. But he's half black.
You had 12 brothers and sisters?
8.
Yeah, 12 still better.
Yeah.
I love Remember the Titans.
It's not a highly quotable movie, but the ones that are there are great.
But yeah,
but like and he is he's kind of a double whammy. Well, he's a triple threat in that respect because he is black. Where are you going? Because it's completely different.
So in theater, a triple threat is somebody who can sing and dance and act. So I'm imagining Nate doing like pirouettes.
Yeah, Nate's not doing pirouettes. So Nate is not only black, he is overweight, and he's an amputee.
Yeah.
You're a lot of shit to make fun of him for if you're that much of a dick. I mean, I'm that much of a dick, but he's my brother.
Yeah.
And he makes, he gives me shit because I give him that friendly punch in the knee, and I'd punch the wrong knee and bust my hand.
Uh-huh. Dumbass.
Yeah. I fucked up knuckles all day because I punched the wrong leg. He'd give me shit about it. He makes, it's kind of in the you calling you fat versus Charlie calling you fat. He will call himself fat. He will make, amputee jokes.
Yeah.
But to call him a cripple, he will get so pissed.
Yeah, well, because he's not.
He's not. He doesn't even have a handicap placard. He refuses.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like if I were to call him fat, I wouldn't. And I'm not like that. I guess I don't call somebody fat unless it's entirely just a point of like. There's a couple of guys at work.
Yeah.
Who they're kind of like. They're three friends. The three of these guys are all big guys. And they all refer to themselves as fat and joke around and call each other fat ass and shit like this. and I give them a hard time.
Yeah, well, and I mean,
and I joke with them, but that's within that circle,
Yeah, and I mean, I do that too. Like with my sister, my family, even my friends. Yeah. I'm totally cool calling myself the fat kid of the bunch. Like, where's the cake?
Yeah,
bring it on.
Yeah,
and I don't care. Just don't be mean about it. Don't
say it with malice. Don't be mean about it. There's a difference between you calling you fat or your circle of friends and you are the fat one,
Yeah.
You're the Joey Fatone of the group.
Aw.
It's like you're called the fat one and then you get a cooking show. Bad plan, Joey. Bad plan. Versus somebody else saying it and it not being in a share, not laughing with you.
Yeah.
I think that's
and I had that issue myself where I would point out people at the grocery store and be like, oh my god, if I ever look like that, just shoot me.
Yeah.
And now I look like that. So, karma. Fuck.
I was like, I was saying that for the sake of comedy within a group, I might take a shot at somebody, but I would never take a shot at somebody if I don't know that they're already going to take it.
Yeah.
Like in that group of guys, one of them is actually an aspiring stand-up comic. It's like, you can't be a fat guy stand-up and not be able to take a shot at yourself. If you're going to be sensitive about your weight, that's the wrong industry to get into.
Yeah.
And I kind of do some coaching with him and stuff. It's like, hey, you should try this, and like, but we kind of bounce stuff like that. But we crack fat jokes all the time. They also take shots at me and my scrawny ass because they've seen me eat.
Oh yes, Mister. I had to pull out my 30s because my 28s are too tight now. Fuck you.
I'm sorry. I've put on weight since Sam was born.
Yeah, me too. Asshole.
You put on weight because of Sam. I'm just getting old. I'm getting old and my metabolism is slowing down.
So is your brain.
No, that's just the time. That's just exhaustion. This last 2 weeks getting moved has been a brain fry.
Ugh.
And then throw in the sinus infection that whacked us both.
Yeah. Sinus infection or whatever the fuck I got. I don't know.
Yeah.
Feels like death.
But
only I have to live.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But back away from infections and sinuses and whatnot. But yeah, like as much as I'll take a shot at somebody for comedy's sake, I will not Like, I've never called you fat. Ever. Believe it or not. I will call you short 10 times a day.
Oh, I know.
But
I'm there every single time you do.
But I won't call you fat. And I will not maliciously shame somebody.
Yeah.
You know, I will comically shame somebody, but they're in on the joke. If they're not in on the joke, I'm
as long as anybody's in on the joke. Because, I mean, it's like going to a gym and laughing at the fat person. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
You know, they're obviously trying to do something about it.
They're trying to do something about it, and you being a dick is going to make them stop.
Yeah.
It's like, if you want them to not be the fat guy, go over there and say, good job, buddy.
Yeah.
Way to go. I'm going to take this cake away from you.
Oh, that would be me. Put a cupcake at the end of the treadmill. Oh, perfect.
It was like every,
I have it when I'm done.
like every cartoon show when you see somebody trying to lose weight and they've got like a plunger with a Twinkie on the end.
Yes.
It's like they get the fishing rod and with the Twinkie. Like it's literally, it's not dangling a carrot.
No.
Yeah, that's what it is. They put on the treadmill and put a Twinkie.
You put a birthday cake in front of me and oh my God.
This reminds me of a Robin Williams bit who's talking about drugs and sports, and he's like, weed is not a performance enhancing drug unless there's a giant fucking Hershey bar at the end of the track.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know, Twinkie on the end of a fishing rod just reminds me.
See, I don't like Twinkies. It'd have to be, well, I mean, I like cake.
You like cake?
I like cake.
Be carrot cake.
Ugh.
You don't like carrot cake?
No.
You don't like cream cheese icing?
I do, but...
Red velvet cake with cream cheese icing. There.
Yummy.
It's gotta be a red velvet cake with cream cheese icing. As we're talking about the fat issue, and then we shift to cake.
I want cake.
It's too late for cake.
It is not. Can we get cake?
I'm not gonna go get you cake.
I guess I still have a few more steps to log. I could go get cake.
Yeah, you walk up.
Does it count?
The store is still open.
If I walk to go get cake, does that count as like...
I think the amount of steps it'll take you to walk to the store to go get cake, go for it. You will burn off that whole cake before you get there. It's not even really that far. It's right up the street.
Yeah.
It is. It's probably a mile round trip. But you're not going to do it.
No.
If for no other reason, then you'd have to change out of pajamas.
I'd have to put on real pants. And that's no fun.
But how do we propose? Do we have a proposal for how we are going to teach this?
It's definitely a teachable moment, and I think what I want to start doing is just pointing out different people, and, you know, oh, doesn't she look pretty? And, you know, oh, he looks really cool with his skinny jeans.
Nobody looks cool in skinny jeans.
It's true.
Like, don't say that shit. That's being rude. That's just being mean.
We're going to tolerate the emo kids, okay?
On a slightly connected tangent, I saw a couple of guys the other day on motorcycles going down the road. One of them was in skinny jeans. Yeah.
On a motorcycle?
On a motorcycle, on a sport bike.
Ouch.
One was in skinny jeans on a sport bike. The other was in, and again, goes to tolerance or intolerance. I just think it was bad fashion on either way. Obviously, they were gay.
Yeah.
Because one's in skinny jeans on a bike. The other was in a, what are the...
Wow, judgy.
No, go through any of this. They were obviously together. They were riding together because they were conversing. What are those pants that don't go all the way down? Capri pants.
Yeah.
The other was in capri pants and moccasins.
Okay.
On a sport bike.
Okay. Maybe they're just hipsters.
No.
Okay.
No.
Judgy.
And honestly, if it weren't for, like, the one guy, you could see part of his arm, so you could see his hands, and it was like, either this is a woman with man hands, or this was a gay guy. It was like wearing, like, a pink button-down shirt, and capri pants, and moccasins.
And you're sure this was a man, not a woman?
Judging from the hands and the haircut, because you could see the cut of the neckline.
Okay, but if we're doing that to you...
I have broad shoulders.
So do I.
You have broad I have to say, you have broad body. It's not the same as I have broad shoulders. You are a large framed person anyway. Okay, you are a wide framed person. You have broad shoulders and big hips. Because I can't say you're a large framed person because you're not even 5 feet tall. So
rude.
It's not a large frame.
I am 4'10" and a half. I am almost there.
Not almost enough.
Shut up. When I grow up, I'll be 5 feet tall.
Shut up.
You're shut up.
25 going on 30. You're going on it. I didn't say how far it is.
I'm nowhere near 30. I'm only 25.
Give or take 3 years.
Shut up. God. Although, I don't know how well my 25 argument is going to hold up when you turn 40. Because then it's just like, ew. You know?
Yeah. You really should stop that.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah. But... So...
I don't know. I think I'm just going to start pointing out people. Being like, look, doesn't she look pretty in all of her black and white makeup? And doesn't she look pretty in all of her pink and yellow and happy?
Pink and yellow.
But I think it's just a matter of pointing out people and complimenting them rather than the, if I ever look like that, shoot me. Or,
and I honestly, like, now that I look back at like Charlie's behavior, and that seems to be the only area that he seems to have any sort of intolerance for. And I think because we watch Drag Race, and because of things like the other things that we do, and his friends at school, the very multicultural class.
Yeah.
So he doesn't seem to have any sort of racial issues.
No, I think it's just appearance.
And he doesn't have any issues with any gender thing because of, our exposure to alternative sexuality culture and things like that. And, especially like, the explaining that everybody on Drag Race is a guy.
That was so funny. Mommy, did you know that some of those girls are guys? Yep, Charlie, did you know that all of those girls are guys? That was so funny. Really? Yep, they sure are. Wow.
Yeah. We didn't seem to have... And the fact that they love RuPaul, and they love RuPaul's music.
Yeah,
they sing that stuff all the time. So they don't... I think it's just really the weight thing. That seems to be his sticking
Which is so
point.
strange to me, because I am as large as I am, and you are as skinny as can possibly be without, fading away into nothing.
I used to be worse.
Oh my god. So I don't really know where he gets it or why I don't know.
You always have to go with he's probably picked it up from some rude friends at school who have less tolerant family life.
Maybe. So, I don't know. It's just going to be kind of a learning curve for all of us to...
explaining that, hey, you don't say those kind of things to people. Those are very rude and very disrespectful.
Yeah.
And especially with his school, because respect is such a big, important lesson for them in his school.
Yeah. And it is something that I want him to learn rather quickly, because he has a mom who is fat.
Yeah.
And he doesn't need to be ashamed of that or, embarrassed by that. And from the looks of it, Damien is not going to be a little pixie like the rest of you guys.
No, he's going to be a solid little dude. So he is much heavier than his brothers.
Yeah, but I don't want his brothers calling him out on it in a mean way. That doesn't need to happen. That's not nice.
No.
So it'll be interesting. We'll have to keep everybody updated.
Yeah. Because it kind of, I started thinking right now, more show related.
I just started thinking
right now.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Looking at the time and realizing as we, need to wrap up the show for this week.
That's not all we need to, never mind. JK.
As the show is winding down for the week, I started thinking of we don't really have moments for this week. Although
I've got one.
You've got one. Because I was my brain was going with the subject of the show was almost its own, WTF in itself. But
I've got a WTF.
Okay.
I don't know why I heard this statement in our house today, but it went a little something like this.
I have a feeling I might be involved in this.
Oh, you were. I hit you with a chicken. It didn't hurt that bad.
That was me. I thought these were supposed to be things the boys say.
Quoi? I hit you with a chicken. Okay. That's when you just sigh and walk away.
Okay, I have to defend myself on this one. Damien,
Good luck.
Okay, since we moved into the house, the boys have been dragging every fucking toy they possibly can out of their room and all over the house. We finally got all the toys put away for the night. Like, okay. And then Damien walks out with Bugs. It was Bugs. A little chatter chicken thing. His little, baby toy. You pull the string and it's his little chicken toy. And so, knee-jerk reaction. I, snatch it away from him and I whop him on the butt with it. It's a stuffed animal on a string. Anybody checking? And he freaks the fuck out like I just hit him with a switch. And it's like, I hit you with a chicken. Calm down. It was not that hard.
Oh my god, I hit you with a chicken.
I think if I hit him with a rubber chicken, would probably be worse.
Oh, Lord.
That wasn't that bad.
It was funny, though.
And I was like, as soon as you just gave me that look like, oh, this is going to be the chicken thing. I was like, oh, fuck.
We also have a what the fuck picture of the week. Past 2 weeks, I guess. Look for it in possibly the show notes or wherever the hell Adam really puts it. I don't know.
I don't put that. Oh, that part. Okay. Yeah. Which area? Because you control the Facebook.
I control the Facebook.
I am the master of the Facebook.
I can put it on the Facebook.
Yeah.
The Facebook. What happens when you tell a 2-year-old that we need to pack up? It's kind of funny.
Oh, okay. That was cute.
It was funny.
Yeah. Okay.
So look for a picture of what happens when you tell a 2-year-old that we have to pack up.
Okay. Any parting words for this week, dear?
Did you know that if you drink Powerade, it gives you powers?
That was a good one. What do you
Courtesy of Charlie.
Courtesy of Charlie. What happens when you drink lemonade?
Lemon powers.
Lemon powers. But it's not lemon Powerade.
No.
Is it lemon power? If it's lemon Powerade, then you get lemon powers. What are lemon powers? I'm gonna make you squint. Give you pursy mouth.
You got to puck up your lips like this.
That's what lemon powers are. That's it. That is the extent of your lemon powers.
I think we need to go to bed.
Yeah, probably. Okay. I have no
Not
other
like
parting,
that. Oh my god.
I have no other parting words besides lemon powers. So, for ReAnna.
That's me.
I am Adam.
That's him.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Hey, I almost forgot. To get this delivered to you every week without any interruption, subscribe on iTunes or now on the Google Play Music app. It's already built into your phone and everything. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, email us at momanddadcuss@gmail.com. And we'll see you next week.